Hello viewers, I am Dr. Kiran Peddi, consultant gastroenterologist. Today we'll talk about acidity. Well, all of us enjoy food on a daily basis, but the problem is majority of the times and significant proportion of us would get what we call acidity. So what exactly is acidity? Interestingly, there is no medical term as acidity as we commonly say, but acidity is more often described by common patient. So what exactly is acidity? So because it's not a medical term, there is no actual definition of it. But if you ask 10 different people, 10 people will say acidity in 10 different methods. So the common symptoms, when you ask an individual what exactly you mean by acidity, individual might say, I get burps, or I get burning in the chest, or I get abdominal bloating, or abdominal burning, and some people may even say I get constipation or diarrhea. So let's look at each of these and then see what causes, how to diagnose and what to do to prevent this. If we talk about belchings are nothing but expulsion of air through the mouth. What exactly causes it? Again, most of the times it is not because of any disease, it is because of what we swallow. We swallow a lot of air, the same air comes out through the mouth in the form of belchings. And quite interestingly, very often it's not because of any disease, and when we do lots of investigations, we won't find any answer for it. But rest assured, it's not a dangerous problem, it's only a nuisance problem. It's part of the reflux sometimes, and that brings a question, what is heartburn and what is belching? Is it different or is it part of the same problem or same disease? Heartburn again is a sensation of burning in the chest. It is usually because of acid in the stomach coming up into the esophagus, the food pipe. Some people, the same pathology happening on a daily basis, some people may experience burning in the chest, some people may experience belchings, and some people may even experience sore throat or dental problems. And some people may even say, I get this only when I lie down at night time, and I don't get in the daytime but only in the night time. So that means when patient lies down, the acid junction between the food pipe and stomach can get a little bit relaxed, and there can be pressure on the stomach, the acid can come into the food pipe. So that can be perceived as heartburn, or some people may get belchings because of that. The second symptom, when I say patient complains of acidity, if you ask them, might be abdominal burning. The abdominal burning may be because of excess acid output or even an ulcer problem in the stomach or ulcer in the duodenum. These three can cause burning in the stomach. Some people may say, I get only pain in the abdomen, and they say it as an acidity. So the pain can be at different locations. Pain can be in the center of the abdomen, on the right side of the abdomen or left side of the abdomen. And if you look at the anatomical division of the abdomen, the divisions can be right hypochondrium, left hypochondrium or epigastrium, right lumbar, left lumbar, right iliac fossa or left iliac fossa, or sometimes in the hypogastrium or suprapubic region. So these are all medical terms. So if you ask a layman, he usually says, well, I get a pain in the center of the abdomen or right side or left side. So each of the side can have different reasons for this pain. So mind you, again, all these pain can be a part of acidity symptoms according to the patient, but not according to a doctor. So doctor can perceive acidity in a different way, patient can perceive acidity in a different way. So what are the different causes of abdominal pain? We talk in another video, but let's focus on acidity for now. Some people may get constipation, means the motions may not be regular for these patients. Some people may get even diarrhea, loose motions. And all of these can be described as acidity, though they are nothing to do with acid symptoms, but patient may feel that it is all because of acidity. So how do we diagnose acidity or cause of acidity? Well, the first and foremost is to understand from patient perspective what exactly they mean by acidity. Do they mean belching? Do they mean heartburn? Do they mean abdominal burning or constipation or something else? Abdominal bloating can be part of acidity symptoms as described by patient. So once we understand what exactly the patient means by acidity, the differential diagnosis, that means the different causes of acidity symptoms can be listed down and nailed down each of them. Now, once a doctor or a gastroenterologist understand what exactly patient mean by acidity, the different conditions can be explored. So I told you what causes these acidity symptoms as per the patient perspective, but from doctor's perspective, how do we investigate this? The common test to be done to investigate most of the acidity symptoms is an upper GI endoscopy, where we pass a camera through the mouth and the camera goes into food pipe and stomach and also part of the duodenum, where the internal structures can be visualized. Endoscopy is a beautiful technique where the internal structure can be seen without even cutting. So there is a simple endoscopic procedures. Well, a lot of people are afraid of endoscopy, but if you actually look at the procedure itself, it takes only 2 to 3 minutes and can give very useful information for the treating doctor. So when we look down endoscopy, if the patient is having acid reflux, it may be showing inflammation of the lining of the food pipe, or a stomach ulcer, or a duodenal ulcer. And sometimes the endoscopy will allow us to take some biopsies. Again, when I say biopsy, a lot of people get worried that it may be cancer. But to tell you the truth, biopsy is nothing but taking a sample. That's what it means. It can be due to an infection, to confirm an infection, to confirm inflammation, or even to confirm a cancer. So please do not get worried if somebody says biopsy. So once endoscopy is done, if some useful information is found, we can treat in the same direction. Sometimes endoscopy can be normal. The patient may be still getting acidity symptoms. It could be because of the acid reflux, but without causing any damage to the food pipe lining. This is called non-erosive esophagitis or non-erosive gastroesophageal reflux disease, or non-ulcer dyspepsia sometimes in medical terms. Again, all of these conditions would require a separate approach, separate advice, and separate investigations and treatment. If endoscopy is normal, sometimes we may consider an ultrasound abdomen. Well, why is ultrasound abdomen is important? Ultrasound is a basic and very important test to give a visualization of internal abdominal organ, liver, pancreas, kidneys, and other structures. Sometimes gallbladder stones can cause pain abdomen, can cause indigestion symptoms, and patient may perceive it as acidity. This is extremely common in middle-aged females and post-pregnancy usually, and people who are obese. Gallbladder stones cannot be forgotten. Once we do the investigations, the treatment actually depends on the actual cause of the problem. If the problem is esophagitis or heartburn, that means we are dealing with a condition called gastroesophageal reflux disease. And the treatment for that would be a treatment in the form of tablets for about 3 to 4 weeks, and then checking how the symptoms are responding. If the symptoms are because of gallbladder stones, the symptom may be abdominal pain, for example, the patient may require antispasmodics. That means another tablet to relax the gallbladder, but if the stones are there, the patient may require surgery. Somebody may be having only constipation or abdominal bloating or diarrhea. So that requires a separate approach to say what are the different lifestyle modification we need to do, what kind of medication to be given, and how to take things forward. Usually a high fiber diet, plenty of fruits, vegetables and water would be sufficient enough to cure or get rid of constipation and physical activity as well. But if these are not sufficient, patient may require another investigation called colonoscopy and some medication to ease of the motions in the form of syrups or in the form of powders. So what I'm trying to get is the acidity symptoms as described by patient can be 5-6 different types, and each one of them would require separate investigations and a completely different approach to treatment. Investigations would be in the form of endoscopy, ultrasound, or even sometimes colonoscopy. Treatment can be in the form of lifestyle modifications and medications. And how to prevent these acidity symptoms? Most of the acidity symptoms can be prevented by simple lifestyle modifications. What sort of lifestyle modification we are talking about? Somebody with irregular lifestyle, irregular eating, irregular sleeping habits should be regularized. So eating on time, not missing breakfast, not missing lunch, not missing dinner is extremely important. And not only the timing, the type of food is also important. A lot of people are addicted to fast food, eating outside. All these should be minimized. Once in a while is absolutely acceptable, but not on a regular basis. Masala food, spicy food, oily food should also be cut down. So in addition to food habits, if somebody is smoking, need to cut down smoking. Somebody taking excess alcohol, that has to be cut down. Irregular sleeping and stress. These are two very important culprits nowadays in the modern world for indigestion symptoms or a lot of gastro symptoms. Smoking and alcohol should be avoided. Sleeping patterns should be regularized. Stress should be avoided. Even techniques like meditation and all are supposed to be extremely helpful for a lot of indigestion symptoms. When we don't find any disease, if we are not getting any symptomatic relief with medications, we can adopt to lifestyle modifications and even meditation. Who needs to consult doctor with acidity symptoms? As I said, acidity is extremely common, but not everyone would require investigations. Not everyone would require treating or seeing a doctor. But if somebody is getting on a regular basis, that should not be neglected. You have to see a specialist for examination and diagnosis and by investigations. If somebody has been well, never had any indigestion symptoms, but suddenly overnight develops indigestion symptoms which are quite dramatic, patient may be vomiting or abdominal pain or losing weight, this patient need to be investigated as well, because sometimes, rarely, some of the gastrointestinal cancers can present like simple indigestion. But when you investigate at an early stage, we can detect them early, we can achieve complete cure by surgical methods. So viewers, never ever neglect acidity symptoms. Do stick to regular lifestyle. Do consult your specialist for any indigestion symptom which are bothering you on a regular basis or which are happening as a new symptom. Please do not neglect, and by taking simple measures, and you can cure and get rid of acidity in many of the instances. Thank you very much.